Chelsea sign absolutely everyone. Are you a Chelsea player now?
Liverpool sign Cody. Is he the one to reduce the gap?
Jorginho to Arsenal, a done deal. Another retirement opportunity.
Arsenal invade Brighton. They land Trossard, but Moise Caicedo?
The January transfer window concluded on 31st. And of course, we have winners and losers of the transfer window.
Yeah.
I don't know how your team fared.
I have a lots of teams in the EPL, and actually so many signings for most of the big six teams. Yeah, as we just saw, Chelsea signed almost everyone, and
Yes.
including
I hear Leo failed medical. Chelsea, that's right.
so many guys were contacted maybe by Chelsea, but
Yeah.
they were able to sign actually around 12 players, and should I say that is impressive?
Impressive, but then again, we'll talk about that. I'm not a fan of signing so many players.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it.
Yeah, we will see
We'll
what
see in
impact it has to the team, of course, and we will talk about it.
So
Yeah.
we go direct to, let's start with the league leaders.
The league leaders.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Of course, it was not really successful transfer for
Yeah.
the Gunners.
Yeah.
But actually they got players where it was needed.
Yeah.
When you look at, they got Trossard,
Yeah.
they got Kjorn, and they also got Jorginho from Chelsea.
Yeah.
People have really criticized the Jorginho. Many people didn't like the signing of Trossard, especially after losing out or missing out on Mudryk. What's your take on those signings?
Maybe first question. Who are these people? Who are these people that are having a negative attitude towards Jorginho signing? Are they Arsenal fans or Chelsea fans? Or?
Arsenal fans. Actually, immediately after the transfer of Jorginho, it started trending, and one of the biggest transfer mouthpiece. I'm talking about the one and only. Here we go.
Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano mentioned like Chelsea reached agreement to sign. To sell Jorginho to Arsenal. Actually, it was really crazy. People were like, "Why should you sign someone who is 31 years old?
Yep.
Someone who is his pace isn't really up to the game." And of course, it was trending. Edu out. You see that guy, the Arsenal guy.
Yeah.
In charge of the signings.
The signings, yeah.
Let's talk about Jorginho,
Yeah.
one of the biggest, because I believe Trossard, we saw Trossard play well
Yeah.
in his debut. He played against Manchester United.
Yeah.
And
he had a good game.
Good game, really good game.
Yeah.
He also played against Manchester City in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And another good display.
Yeah.
Let's talk now. That's a Premier League proven player. Jorginho is a Premier League proven player. But now let's talk in details.
Yeah.
Who is Jorginho? How will he help Arsenal? What do you think?
Jorginho, to my opinion, is a very good addition to the Chelsea side. Sorry, to the Arsenal side.
Yeah.
Actually, he's a player who brings a lot of fluidity to the play. And I'm not saying this is what Arsenal lack, but this is what Arsenal want to keep on doing. Bring fluidity, make that pass, make that final third pass. And I think he's very capable. The fact that people just maybe they get towards his side of defensive play, I think his the attacking ability, or the way he's able to make those passes through the final third and make those assists. And again, I think he's a good penalty taker. So he's a very good addition to the Arsenal side, and maybe we should look at his statistics maybe and see.
Yes, before we go to statistics, I want to talk a little bit about Jorginho. Who is Jorginho and what he'll bring to Arsenal?
Yeah.
One thing I need to make it clear for Arsenal fans: Jorginho is not a replacement of Thomas Partey.
Of course,
Arsenal are after Caicedo, probably to step in. Caicedo can play, is a like-to-like for Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
And when you look at his style of play with Partey, he can sit in that central defensive area so well, something which Jorginho cannot do.
Yeah.
Jorginho is not a pure defensive midfielder, but he plays in front of the defense.
Yeah.
Arsenal are playing with back four.
Yeah.
When you play with back four, you need a player like Thomas Partey who can shield the defense.
The defense.
Now let me tell you, Jorginho is the perfect player for Arsenal. When Arsenal is playing that possessive game,
Yep.
when you keep the ball,
Yeah.
Jorginho will do wonders.
Yeah, he's able to
We saw his
keep the ball.
interceptions. We saw his interceptions.
Yeah.
We saw his game against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Amazing display.
Yeah.
But now people are criticizing him because of the pace. When you have Granit Xhaka, if you can play Granit Xhaka and you also play Martin Odegaard, Jorginho will step in for Arsenal when Arsenal is playing against small teams. Not really small teams, but the rest of the teams starting from number 8.
Yeah, what we could
down.
call easy games.
Easy
what
games,
we could,
Jorginho is perfect.
Yeah.
Jorginho will really help Arsenal
Yeah.
when it comes to the Europa League.
Yeah, and
Arsenal needed that depth.
yeah.
Now, having missed out on Caicedo, this is where the confusion is.
Yeah.
Now we go to statistics of Jorginho versus Caicedo 2022-2023 Premier League season. We'll start with the games they've played actually.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the touches they've had. Jorginho has had 74.7 touches
Averagely in
average
a game.
in a game compared to 73.7 of Caicedo.
Yeah. Meaning, in terms of being able to touch the ball and distribute in the midfield, is able to do a better job
than Caicedo.
Yeah.
When you talk about successful passes, like you can pass, if a pass is intercepted, then it means that's not a successful pass.
Yeah.
If pass is blocked, it's not a successful one.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the successful passes. He has 52.6.
52.6.
Compared to
52.7.
of Caicedo.
That's close.
Close.
Yeah.
Just 0.1.
Yeah.
That's the
so
difference.
there's no big difference
No big
between
difference.
Jorginho and Caicedo in terms
Carrying
of
the ball forward. The ball carriers.
Yeah.
He has 11.2.
Yeah.
Compared to just
11 for
Caicedo.
Caicedo.
Let's talk about tackles per game.
Yeah.
3.0. Caicedo 2.9.
I think this is interesting,
Then
you know.
interceptions since the start of the season,
Yeah.
1.5.
That is interesting. That is interesting to say, because you would never believe that Jorginho averages more tackles than Caicedo.
Imagine.
Because, I mean,
Now, if now we go per 90 minutes, the entire game which Jorginho has played alone, not alone. Now, we want to rank Jorginho compared to all the midfielders in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of ball recoveries, he has had 8.36.
8.36.
And he's the leading
in ball recoveries.
ball recovery.
This is
midfield.
absolutely unbelievable. I think
Another statistic, interception 1.48 per game,
the faster game.
is ranked number 1. Possession 1 in the mid-third.
Are you sure this is the Premier League goal for Chelsea?
This is for Chelsea.
Oh
rank.
yeah, for Chelsea,
This
right?
is Chelsea. Rank.
Yeah.
All the midfielders. Of
All the
Chelsea.
midfielders who have been able
The
to
only
play in his
thing-
position.
Yes. Possession in one in the defensive third is leading with 3.79.
This is impressive. I think Arsenal have learned
So-
a very good player.
Arsenal have a chance of going back to
Yeah.
Caicedo in the summer.
Yeah.
Arsenal needed this. Last season, Arsenal missed out on a striker who could have helped them finish top 4.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Arsenal missed out on
Top 4.
Vlahovic.
Yeah, Vlahovic. I remember very
And
well.
they decided to sacrifice and get Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
That is Jorginho for you. So for me, I think it's the perfect signing for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Better than nothing. because
Jorginho is a good addition, actually. And aside from everything that you have just mentioned, as the statistics show, he is a guy who is been able to win. I mean, just look at how he performed against at Chelsea. He was able to win the UEFA Champions League, and at Napoli as well, he did well. So, and his experience, he's older right now, meaning he's able to make decisions that are able to help Arsenal during the game. So I'm sure he's a player in most cases where if Partey is not, or if Partey is substituted, he's the one who's gonna come in and close these games. And I think he's very capable of pushing Arsenal forward.
remember, it's Arteta who actually signed Jorginho.
Yep.
And in 2019, Michael Arteta, assistant of Manchester City, assistant to Pep Guardiola, was still interested in signing Jorginho. So we
Jorginho.
expect Jorginho has my full support. He's a brilliant player.
Yeah, he's
So I
gonna
think
help
all
Arsenal.
that side in done.
Yeah.
You can Arsenal have now good squad.
Good squad.
They have on the left back having Kirantini.
Yeah.
Then also having Zinchenko,
Yeah.
who is versatile.
Yeah.
Can play with Jorginho. Can play with Partey. Can play with Xhaka.
And the good thing is they have made additions towards like every area of the pitch.
Exactly.
They have now another centre back, they have another midfielder, and they have another forward. So good for Arsenal.
Will also be returning. We'll talk about Gabriel Jesus later.
Yeah.
Probably in another episode. We need to see if Gabriel Jesus returns today.
Yeah.
Will you bench Nketiah?
That is an interesting question as well.
We go straight to Manchester United.
Yep.
It was all clear Manchester United are not going to sign anyone.
Yeah.
But something unfortunate
Happened.
And one of the best
squad.
midfielders for Manchester United,
Yeah.
creative player, Eriksen, was injured. And probably set to return in April or early May. That means
early May.
Season over.
That's quite a long time
that
for him.
means he'll only play if Manchester United will be in the finals of Europa League.
Yeah.
They're not in Champions League. It's
Yeah.
either Europa League or probably FA Cup.
Or maybe just towards the end of the season, maybe
Which
to
he
bolster top 4 or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think
And I'm glad Manchester.
it was.
They are chasing top 4, which is really
Shut
good.
up, man.
Okay, cool.
It's Manchester United time, and when it's Manchester United time, it's a good time. So it was actually unfortunate for him to be injured for all that time. He will be missed. He brings fluidity to Manchester United side.
Something which Fred can never do.
Yeah, you can't compare the two because Eriksen is able to use both feet.
Yeah.
His feet, like, you can't even differentiate between the weak.
The type of Santi Cazorla player.
Santi Cazorla kind of player.
Yeah.
And I think his replacement, of whom we are about to talk about, he's just the same way, only that I think he's an upgrade. So losing Eriksen might be a big blow for Manchester United, but to be honest, the replacement is going to do even maybe better, but he's just on loan. So
I have issues with the loan players because we saw what happened with Joao Felix.
Yeah, Joao Felix.
You can bring in a loan player, then
Yeah,
he gets
and then
injured,
something
he's
happens.
suspended, but
Yeah.
we hope if he plays. Now this guy is called, I had someone on Twitter calling him Tabitha.
No, his name is Marcel Sabitzer.
Sabitzer.
Can you say Sabitzer?
Tabitha. Okay.
Yeah, a very good quality player from Bayern Munich. Of course, Bayern signed him a few seasons ago, and maybe he was not able to play as often. So Manchester United landed Marcel Sabitzer, and Manchester United went for him because Erik ten Hag thought he's coming in to make sure that he fills the gap for Eriksen. And I have looked at his previous games, his previous statistics, the way he's able to play, and I can tell you Sabitzer is a good addition.
Yes, I was checking his statistics against Eriksen.
Uh-huh.
That is for season 2021-2022.
Yeah.
That is, we'll take about passes per game for Eriksen 55.
55.
Compared to 65 of Sabitzer.
Uh-huh.
That means it's an upgrade. Like
An upgrade in terms of pass.
Passing accuracy has 84.
84.
84%
Wow.
when Eriksen has 82.
82.
And the final third passes, they match.
They
20
match.
each.
20 each.
Chances created per game, he creates at least one compared to Eriksen. 2.
Yeah, so meaning Manchester United have landed an upgrade for Eriksen, as we have said.
It's a like-for-like replacement,
Yeah.
as I can call him.
And the good thing with Sabitzer is, as well, he can take very nice set pieces and he can shoot the ball. He's a good...
Does Manchester United
He's a long-range shooter.
Set piece takers?
Yeah, we need...
With Bruno, I trust Bruno and Rashford.
But go and take a look at his free kick technique.
Yeah, I know.
He's very good. So sometimes, it's with instinct. Sometimes maybe Bruno can leave him for him the set pieces. So I think he's a very good addition for Manchester United, and he's going to do better. He's going to propel Manchester United to maybe into the top 4. Okay, they're already in the top 4, but I think he's going to bolster that. And I don't know if he will be able to start the coming matches, or he'll be able to train fast. You have to understand what the philosophy.
Played.
Yeah, But what I'm thinking is Ten Hag will make use of him because the loan is just for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I think maybe we will be talking about 2 games and then he'll be able to start games.
Yeah, I think the coming game, that is you playing against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
So that means if I were Ten Hag, I'll go for another player to start in that position. Then Sabitzer comes in later. Second half.
Yeah.
Then he can make full debut against Leeds United the following match.
Yeah, let's not forget that Manchester United have also signed a striker, Wout Weghorst, and a giant of a striker who's been able to play a few games
Andy
again.
Carroll SQ.
No. It's not like Andy. He can pass, you know.
He can
pass.
used to do that.
No. Anyway, I think Weghorst is also a good addition. Provided we know Martial is always injured every other time. Actually, as we speak, he's already out. He's doubtful for most of the games that are coming up. And I think Weghorst will help the team. But for Manchester United, maybe there's this issue that I've never understood. Like, there's this one player, I know you know him, the guy who makes a lot of faces every time. He has survived under, like, 3 managers, man.
I think he was there during, not even 3.
Yeah.
He was there during Louis van Gaal time.
Not even
He was there.
Moyes. Ferguson is the one who signed this guy.
Let me count.
Yeah.
Ferguson.
David Moyes.
Talk about Van
Gaal.
Talk about Jose
Mourinho.
Talk about
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And then
talk about
Rangnick.
No. Before Rangnick.
Carrick.
Michael Carrick.
and now Eric Ten Hag. So
eight coaches.
I don't know. Maybe
Phil Jones.
This is the witchcraft. Maybe we usually talk about. You know.
Doesn't play.
He has.
Is he injured?
No, he's not injured, I think. But he doesn't train at most. So, for Manchester United fans, I don't know how they should feel towards Phil Jones always being able to. Okay, he's on the payroll, you know. He's getting paid. I don't know, for sitting at home. I don't know. But I think that is something that maybe Ten Hag will make the decision towards the end of the season because he's a no-nonsense manager. Yeah. If you are an injury-prone player, I don't think you're going to survive in his team.
To let you go.
Yeah, so I think that is it for Manchester United. And I think the signings also, they will help the team, as I said, maybe to bolster their chances of finishing in the top 4 this season. And maybe a little bit push for the title. Yeah.
You see, Chelsea signed almost everyone, like we just said. And I don't...
If we start talking about
we won't
everyone
about
at Chelsea,
player,
I think it's going to be like towards the end of today for us to finish.
Let's just talk about probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, the main signings that we think will be of huge impact for Chelsea.
Enzo Fernandes.
Yeah.
Modric.
And let's not leave out the centre-back from Monaco, Badiashile. I think he's done already a good job by coming into the team. And for the few games that he's played, Chelsea have done well. So I think those are the key signings for Chelsea.
Those 3 players have been, actually, many players have been given 8-year contract.
Yeah. So I think maybe just to mention in the summary of the other players, we have Madueke, the English player who was signed from PSV, I think, from the Eredivisie League. Yeah. And then we also have Mario Gusto. And then we also have, who else? There are so many of them. Can we call Kidavasi in there?
Remember, did the likes of Joao
Felix again?
Yeah, so I think they've signed so many
there's
players.
Andre Santos, there's so many players. Fofana, the striker from France as well. So those are many players. But let's focus on Enzo Fernandes because I'm sure he's one of the main
Do you think he's worth all that like the price tag?
Honestly speaking, these days we've seen players being bought with ridiculous prices. Like there's the market has been ridiculous, you know. Let me just take you back a little. Like Manchester United signing Anthony for those 100 million.
100 million. No, my question is, what's somebody like Saka's worth right now? Martinelli
should double that maybe.
If you take somebody like Anthony, who was whose goals in United jersey were just scored by Mbappe in one match.
Yeah, so I think that's why I'm telling you that the price,
The market is really-
yeah. For example, if I were to buy Enzo Fernandes right now, I'd maybe put 50 million on the table and
50
say,
million.
yeah,
When somebody like Caicedo, they were actually they pushed until 75 million, but they still rejected.
Yeah, so I think the price is a little bit ridiculous, but he's a good addition. That's what we are talking about. Is he adding value to Chelsea? Yes, he is. But the price, I don't know about it. So he's this kind of player who we saw him at the World Cup, very quality player. And even before the World Cup, I think I've been able to watch a few matches, him playing for Benfica. And he really plays very well the CDM role. And I think maybe they are seeing Kante is getting...
Jorginho is also leaving.
Yeah, Jorginho
so I
left.
think he has picked jersey number 5 for Chelsea.
Yeah.
So the one which was worn by Jorginho.
Yeah, so...
Now, this is my verdict with such signings. It's good to sign, but don't expect Chelsea to challenge this season, to be honest. No. When you sign many players, there is that time of players to gel. At least try and... Manchester United have funds to buy players, but see they didn't buy many players. Why? They know the general transfer market is really dirty, and also you need a time to gel. Tottenham did that, I think, in season, if not 2018, 2019. They signed around 10 players, and we thought this team to go and finish top 4. But unfortunately, it didn't
happen.
They've ended like almost every player has already left. Because when you bring in players, good players, and you have players who have been doing good job, the likes of Gallagher, they've been doing good job. Sterling, before he got injured, also doing good job for Chelsea and stuff. So,
but
I think Chelsea will struggle a little bit to adjust that squad. So I expect Chelsea to
struggle a little bit, but maybe during the next season when it starts,
pre-season
they will be going for it. So maybe just something else. I don't know about most about Chelsea's manager Potter. He's now they have many injuries. Yes, they've brought in a number of players to be able to maybe fill these gaps, but you'll be wondering like what happens when these injuries end. You will have like a whole
like
nursery of
and I saw somebody was trying to show Chelsea group photo. Almost 300 players in one group
so
photo.
You will wonder how he'll be able to make all these players happy. How he'll be able to manage all of them.
It means some will leave actually.
So I think for in terms of additions, the players they've bought, they are not so bad. Beginning with Badiashile, and then we have Felix, who was of course sent off.
Suspended. Actually, he'll not feature until they face Fulham, the team which cost the red card.
And then there's another thing that has happened with Chelsea as well. They look like they frustrated Ziyech from leaving.
Ziyech, I hear they submitted 3 papers. Contract papers, which had wrong details. 3 times, and that's how the deal.
So I think for the signings, they are good additions. These are the players who are able to game, These are the players who know how to ball. But the problem is, are they going to gel as quickly enough? So that's the question, but that is the answer, or the question Potter needs to answer.
Maybe to talk, quick one, we talk about a little bit of Manchester City didn't have much during the transfer window, but they released one player. They
released a very key player from their defense, João Cancelo.
I hear they had a fallout with Pep
Probably. And I think for me, I think this might have started earlier on. I remember very well at the World Cup, Cancelo's discipline with Ronaldo, the way the issues were in the dressing room for Portugal, things were not going so well, and he was benched. And if you're going to bench a player like Cancelo, it means there's something. And I remember also very well his move from Juventus to Man City wasn't as good. Like Juventus didn't really want to release him, but he was. I think it was in discipline cases. So I think Bayern have learnt a good player, but the problem is
the attitude
of this player.
You see, this guy was already unfollowed all Manchester City accounts, so I don't understand what's wrong with Cancelo.
It's a
Having
pity.
Such players, it reminds me of a good, promising player. We had the likes of Alexandra Song Belong.
Yes, Song Belong. quality player for
promising
Arsenal.
but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
we've
because
also seen,
of pushing out to go to Barcelona.
we've also
His
seen
career was no more.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Uh-huh.
People said like everyone is blaming Cristiano Ronaldo for United's poor performances.
Yeah.
And they said like, no, Ronaldo, like Manchester is a team which right now is not performing well.
Mhm.
But we've seen also the club he has joined right now. They
Things
lost
are-
the cup, and the coach was like, the losses all
It-
narrows down to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Actually, the first they have lost their first match in 11 of them. So it's a little bit like I don't know, but let's see how it goes, you know. So we'll see. For Liverpool, I think they didn't do many additions aside from Cody
Gakpo.
Yeah.
He has been a little bit promising.
Yeah,
player, but
he's
I
not-
think
he's-
do you think they should have reinforced because of the likes of Van Dijk missing out for injury, or that's injury you can wait?
I think they should have maybe made one more signing, because I've seen them play players who are not like the Liverpool quality. I'm not saying like Carvalho and Chamberlain are not Liverpool quality, but these are not the players that you can know that you can rely on for you to be able maybe to push for the title. And I think there's going to be more problems for them, because Gakpo is not looking like the player who Liverpool have signed. So
Yeah, I think they should have done something, but I think then again, Klopp is waiting for the summer window so that he can see what to do. Losing Mane, I think it really hit Liverpool hard.
Yeah, and not
there
just
is
Mane.
that one player who, if you lose him, that's it.
Yeah, and
you
you know
saw how it happened. It has been happening with many teams.
Yeah.
Chelsea losing Eden Hazard,
Yeah.
things changed everything. Manchester United was they were so comfortable with Van Persie as their striker.
Yeah.
On leaving, of course, the team became a little bit shaky. Same case it happened with the midfield of Manchester United, the likes of Paul Scholes and Michael Carrick.
Yeah.
For Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
And probably Mesut Ozil. At some point, it will the team, you look at the team and there is that missing piece.
Yeah, and you know the problem with Liverpool is that the player they signed to replace Mane also got injured. So
Diaz.
that is, I think, the big problem
Then
for
they
Liverpool.
signed another Andy Carroll by
Nunes.
by the name Nunes.
Maybe Nunes, he'll be a better player maybe next season, but
Give
this
him a
season doesn't
season or
look
two.
like.
But there was a time I've given so many players chances, but they don't perform.
Yeah.
I once gave Sterling that chance. I gave Pepe that chance, but it never worked.
Pepe is still an Arsenal player, right?
Yes, but
75
the
million down the drain for Arsenal. That I
Yes.
think he's languishing in the Ligue 1
but he's
right
doing
now.
well. I don't know if he can come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So-
anything else maybe you can talk about before we wind up?
No, I just remembered maybe Marquinhos for Arsenal has been loaned
to
out
Norwich City.
Norwich City, and I think Manchester United has also loaned out Tuanzebe to Stoke City. It's a team in the Championship, and among other.
Tuanzebe is one promising player.
Uh-huh.
So, but right now he cannot compete with the squad that Manchester
We have so many centre backs.
Marquinhos is one for future.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at the way things are, you cannot. Marquinhos is a winger.
Yeah.
Arsenal have Fabio Vieira, who can play as a winger.
Fabio Vieira.
They have Martinelli.
Uh-huh.
They have Saka.
They have Saka.
When Gabriel Jesus comes back,
Yeah.
either him or Nketiah can play on the wing. So it was the best
Yeah.
decision for him.
Let's
to
not
go.
forget about Tottenham as well. They have added Dan Juma.
Dan Juma.
And he
Reminds
scored on his
me
debut.
Of my caretaker. Anyway, so
Dan Juma to Tottenham, I think he's a good addition for them. He's a quality player.
Yeah.
I've watched him play for Villarreal. There's a game they played against Manchester United, and he was on the forefront, man.
Yeah.
He made Bissaka look like a kid, you know. So I think he's a good addition.
Of course he is, because what do we call a player who wants to be like Saka?
So one Bissaka
One Bissaka.
wants to be like Saka.
Wants to be like Saka.
Yeah, anyway, so I think any other transfers that we think maybe...
I think we're just touching on the major ones
Major
before
ones.
we move to the next episode.
Yeah, so that is our transfer roundup. If we've missed any other player, you can comment on our comment section to tell us the other players that have moved to different teams. Especially, we've touched the big six because we think that is where it's very sensitive at the moment. So That is the end of our transfer roundup. My name is Brian.
And they call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.